Lifting up a bag from the floor to put it onto the counter is becoming challenging. So what's happening? Are you getting old? Let me tell you what's happening. What's happening is, hey, if you find value here, please do me a small favor and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter Lloyd. Thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World of Wealth. Today, we're talking about health being wealth. Lock in. Now, if you're in your 40s, your 50s, 60s, lucky enough to be in your 70s, 80s, or 90s, you may notice that lately it's becoming a little bit more challenging to get up out of a deep chair or to step up onto a bus, step down from a stair. You might notice that when you're going up the stairs, you might have to hold onto the banister or the railing. Or coming down the stairs, you're a little bit uncertain. You might notice that it's hard for you to actually jump in spot. You know, the standing up and jumping. You might notice that taking the bags out to the supermarket, 2 bags that used to be pretty light start to feel very heavy. Reaching up to a cupboard is becoming challenging. Lifting up a bag from the floor to put it onto the counter is becoming challenging. So what's happening? Are you getting old? Let me tell you what's happening. What's happening is when we hit about age 40, we start losing our muscle tissue. Now, I don't need to tell you, but maybe I'm going to say it anyway, that without muscle, you can't do anything. You can't talk, walk, stand, sit. You can't do anything. And if in your late 40s, 50s, and you go to a reunion, you might look around at your friends and realize 2 things. 1, they seem to be shrinking, meaning they seem to be getting narrower, smaller, more hunched over. And if they're still big boned, as we used to say back in the day, when they lift their hand, it's more skin than there's any kind of muscle tissue. The young lady who had a nice tush, it's not really there anymore. What's happening is that you're losing your muscle mass. Most of us, from we hit the age 40, men and women, we lose between 1 to 2% of our muscle tissue annually. So by the time we are 50, many of us would have lost anywhere between 20 to 30% of our muscle mass. That's a lot of muscle tissue. And that's why when you hit about 49, 48, 47, you start realizing that basic activity becomes a little bit more challenging. By the time you hit your 50s, 60s, it becomes very challenging. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I love you now. And there's a simple solution to all of this. It's a solution that is testing. It can be difficult and it can go against your years of behavior. You can't do nothing without muscle tissue. And the only thing that counteracts your losing that muscle tissue annually is resistance training. You can walk from now until God comes, it won't help you. It'll help you in terms of your your cardio, you know what I'm saying? It'll help your heart, etc. And that's good for you. And I'm not telling you not to stop walking. I'm not telling you to stop walking. What I'm telling you is you have to do some kind of resistance training. You don't need a gym. You can get 2 water bottles, fill them, make sure they're the same size. 1 for one hand, 1 from the other, and start right there. Or you can use your body weight. What I'm saying is, my purpose here is to ensure that your quality of life beyond 45 becomes significantly better. You don't want to be the person going up the stairs who has to hold on to the banister for dear life, especially in your 50s, your 60s, and your 70s. Now, what's even more terrifying is that there are different times in our lives when our muscle tissue goes faster. For women, I think at the age 65, they lose muscle tissue twice as fast. So it goes from 1 to 2 to 2 to 4%. And for men over 70, it's even faster. I'm going to ask you to do me a small favor and to do yourself an even bigger favor. Please do some resistance training. It is not too late. There have been people in their late 90s who started to do basic stuff. Basic stuff. I'm talking about just standing up with assistance, sitting down, standing up. Something as simple as that will start to counteract your losing muscle tissue. But there are going to be two other things you're going to have to add. You're going to have to start sleeping. I mean, 8 hours a day. Sleep is kind of very important. In fact, it's desperately important. You have to sleep. The other thing you're going to have to do, the last thing, is you're going to have to increase your protein intake. I think our generation was taught the reverse. We were told the older you get is the less protein. Don't do that. Protein not only builds muscle, but it repairs cells and tissue. You can't exist without protein. I don't care if it's plant-based or if it's animal. I don't care. You need to eat more protein. Have protein with every single meal that you have. Please. And sleep. Now, I'm not telling you this is going to make us all live longer. But I don't know you, but I would love to be able to just walk up the stairs by myself. I'd love to be able to go to the supermarket and reach up and just grab something. I started posting myself working out because I wanted to inspire. I wanted you to know that I have 4 herniated discs. I was told I couldn't walk without surgery. Never did surgery. Here I am now. I can bench 200 pounds with ease. I'm not showing off. I'm simply saying, if I can do it, you can do it. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Thank you for listening. It's been kind of long, but thank you.